Tell me that isn't the cutest pet in WoW, especially Classic WoW, but I would... it's hard to say. I don't know all the pets in Modern WoW, but at least in Classic, it's gotta be the cutest pet, right? Like, look at that thing. Sleepy boy. Alright, enough about Pandy Cub. He'll follow along when he feels like it. We are in Valormock, so last episode we ended in Orgrimmar. I hearthed back, so I was lazy. I cleared out my bags a little bit, I did a little bit of organizing, and I found a Lifestone on the auction house. A Lifestone is a trinket that, it's like, I think level 50 to have it. It's like an epic trinket that, on use, heals, like, I think it's 500 to 800 or something like that, health, 500 to 700 health, like a potion. But it's on a 30-minute cooldown, and then it also has an equipable effect that when it's equipped, it gives you like 10 health per 5 or something like that. It's not amazing, frankly. No one really uses it heavily, but I was like, okay, I might use that. It's like a free potion every 30 minutes plus a little bit of health regen. When I'm like eating, I can pop it on or something. So I saw 4 of them on the auction house. Most of them were listed at like 60 gold or above. Excuse me, but one of them was listed at 5 gold or something buyout, so I bought it. And I was like, oh, I'll just use it. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, let's give it one. I'll try and resell it once. So I bought it for 5 gold and I relisted it for 25 gold, which is still less than half of the other ones that are 60 gold, or up to 80, I think. So I relisted it. Maybe I'll make an easy like 15, 20 gold, and if it doesn't sell the first time, I'll probably just keep it on this guy and use it. But we're back in Valormock. I flew back. Valormock. Return stealing knowledge. The tablets I'm having you gather should bring in a pretty copper or 2 to the right parties. Okay. Perfect Supa, and in good condition also. These should get us a good price from all the parties concerned. Let's not dawdle around here any longer than we have to. We have some money to make. Oh, so we're delivering these. Okay. I'll come back for that in a moment. We got 5,000 experience. And then betrayed. Rar. Rar. Incredible. You've done it. Belgrim will be pleased. Speak to Belgrim, Rockmaul, and Orgrimmar. Return to Belgrim and Orgrimmar. He will want to see your head for himself. We'll return there shortly. So I get an offhand. That's 13 spirit. Or Belgrim's hammer. It's kind of beefy looking. It's a main hand 33 DPS plus 10 strength mace. It's less DPS than my current weapon, and yeah, we'll take it. Oh, we get. Oh, okay. Oh, we turn it in. We'll get to choose. Got it. That makes sense. Okay. And then these 4 quests. Let's grab them. Delivery to Archmage Xylem. Bring a tablet to Archmage Xylem. This is the guy we last episode went to. He's up in that tower. That's an easy one. Ender and Gant. Where's this? Oh, Undercity. That's convenient. We're gonna go back there anyway. And Jezremon. He's in Orgrimmar. He's in one of the highest buildings. Wait, what? Okay. That's an easy one to get back to. Torn female Thunder Bluff. We're gonna go to Thunder Bluff anyway. Okay. Well, we're doing a World Tour episode apparently. Welcome to Azeroth. Let's go to Xylem first. We'll turn that in. I'll port to Orgrimmar, where we're going to turn in 2 quests. The one we just did, we're going to get that like one-handed mace that I mentioned, and then the other character we're turning that into. Then we'll fly to Thunder Bluff. We have at least 1 quest to turn in there anyway, from last episode we picked up called The New Frontier. We'll turn that in, and this one we just grabbed. Then we'll hearth back to Org, Zeppelin, Undercity, and turn in this Seeping Corruption and the 4th quest here we have to turn in. That's kind of cool. So we're going to get a lot of experience from all this, just from running around. So, if we're running around a lot, this is a good time to have the carrot out. Get that extra, what is it, 3%? Yeah, 3% movement speed. It's not a lot, but 3% adds up in my opinion, so... Alright, Xylem is up here, as we know. I'm a little annoyed about today. Today's still Labor Day, same as last episode, which is, it's early. It's like 4:40 in the morning here. And 4:40 server time at least, and then we need someone to go into lab today to start some bacteria, some cultures for us, for an experiment running later in the week. For me and a couple people are working together on an experiment. There's our guy. I'll tell you about that experiment in a moment.
What can I do for you?
The Tablet of Sail High. How long I've longed to study it. Thank you, Supa. What was a follow-up? Deliver Zelm's note to Jadiga and Azshara.
For the Alliance.
Okay, I bet they all send me back there. I can't astral recall yet. That's fine. I'll Hearthstone. Is that okay? Yeah, that should be okay. Hold on. So if I Hearthstone now, I won't be able to use it again this episode. Hearthstone Org, turn in a quest, fly to Thunder Bluff, port back to Org, 15-minute cooldown. By the time I get to Undercity, it might not be up. I'm gonna wait. There's a logic to this that I'm worried that I'll get stuck in Undercity, which is a lot worse than getting stuck in Azshara. Because, like, is that right? I think this is better. I think letting this waiting this extra minute and a half is worth it to keep my Hearthstone available. I might go kill a mob while I'm waiting, if I can get to a mob fast enough. But yeah, I'm a little annoyed because I'm supposed to, like, someone needs to start up some cultures for us for an experiment we're going to run on Tuesday, tomorrow, but we're all kind of organizing it, but we haven't made a decision, and it's a holiday weekend, so we're trying not to have to work, but now we're kind of in a situation where not only do we not know which strains we want to use yet, we probably have to, like, talk today, spend some time figuring that out, and then send one of us in, which will probably end up being me, to actually go do the stupid strain stuff, and I don't really want to. Like, I frankly don't want to work today. We kill a mob while we're waiting for this cooldown on our astral recall. Oh, we got a blunting mace. That'll sell for like a gold, probably. That's pretty nice. Let's kill one more mob, and then cooldown should be ready by then. Almost. Like 11 seconds left. I want to see if I can kill this mob before. Okay, good. Oh, what do we get from this? Just declare me. Okay, I was really hoping we get some like crazy good drop, but that's okay. We'll take that. Yeah, so I don't really want to go in a lab today. I was in yesterday. I went in on Sunday to do like for like an hour, do some quick work. But I'm kind of looking forward to this 3-day weekend. It's almost done now. It's the last day. Oh, Gammon's dead again. Of the 3-day weekend, but alright, I have 2 quests to turn in here. Yeah, so I'm just trying to avoid having any extra work right now. So apparently this person's in a tall building. It makes me wonder if he's in the drag. Some tall buildings there. It should pop up on our minimap as like a yellow quest turn in, you know? So I'm just going to kind of run along here. And I think the other one, the rock mall guy we need is in the Valley of Honor. We're still in queue. It's dropped from about 3 hours to 2 hours and 20 minutes for AV. I'm not super optimistic, but maybe. Delivery to Jesmirin. Okay, found him. He's over here. There he is. This guy also starts a quest for, like, Ravasar claws, and the reward is a fist weapon. It's in Ungoro. I think he starts that quest. He's easy to miss, this quest giver. It's really easy to miss him. Alright, Jesmirin.
You do it, man.
Deliver Jesmirin. Okay, tablet, 2500 experience, and deliver the note to Jadiga. Okay, perfect. Yeah, bone-bladed weapons. That's what I'm saying. White Ravasar claws. You can get this offhand fist weapons, white bone shredder. Kind of cool. I don't think we're going to Ungoro anytime soon, and my quest log is full, so for the moment I'm just going to leave it. I wonder if I get a portal to Thunder Bluff. That'd be nice. Just to save me a little bit of time. I might ask around for that. Let's, first though, I think the guy I need for this other quest is over here, for Betrayed. Belgrim, I think he's right at the entrance here. Maybe. Yeah, perfect. He's also the same guy I think we turned in some quests for in Feralas, from Feralas. Betrayed. Let's grab the more valuable one, 7,300 experience. Yeah, this is a Mojache quest, which I don't think we're... You know, we might go to Silithus at some point, so maybe we'll take a little trip over there. Willing to buy UC port. These. Or T-Bluff port. Let's see if I can get a Thunder Bluff port. Got it, nice. Where's he at? On my way. Okay. Yeah, I'll throw TV, please. I'll throw like a gold for this. I usually do a gold tip for this when I'm 60, but at my lower level characters I'll do 50. But this guy is high enough that I feel it's okay to give a gold. Frankly, my druid's pretty wealthy. I was working it out the other day, and I think my druid has in like cash money, including all my banks, like about 3,000 gold. Which is a pretty decent amount. It's not like a ton. I don't really go out of my way to farm a lot. It just kind of accumulates over time from things I find and I sell or whatever. But in addition to that, I have about 3,000 herbs in the bank. About 3,000 herbs, and it's a ton of minerals, gemstones, etc. And I tallied up the value of the herbs alone, and I think it's another... No, it's not. I think I tallied up the value of like a good chunk of my minerals and herbs, and it's something like another like... I think it's like 3,000 gold, 2,000 or 3,000. So I think I'm around like 5,000 to 6,000 gold I have on that on my character in my banks. But I don't plan to sell a lot of that stuff. My main goal for money in Classic was to end Classic, assuming there's going to be a Burning Crusade Classic. I assume that's true, which I believe will be true. My goal was to have 5,000 gold on my main character at least, so I can buy my epic flying mount as soon as I hit 70. If I end Classic with about 5,000 gold, I should be able to swing that pretty easy by the time I hit 70. I should have still 5,000 by the time I hit 70. So I'm pretty confident in that. Where do I turn in... Elders, yep. Perfect, okay. I knew one person I need to talk to over here for this new frontier. There's an Elder Rise. I wasn't sure if Magatha was too, but yeah, I remember Magatha. She's the Maragrain quest person, right? Maybe? Delivery. 2,600 experience. And we'll return back to Azshara. It's a lot of experience for all this exploration stuff. It's pretty legit.
Well met.
The new frontier. 550 experience. Speak with Rabin in the village of Nighthaven Moonglade.
Go.
Okay. So I have to go to Moonglade for this next one. I faintly remember this quest line. Now we're gonna... Is this right? Yes, this should be okay. Now I'm gonna go to Orgrimmar and then we're gonna fly Zeppelin over to Undercity. By the time we get done with Undercity, we should be able to hearth back to Orgrimmar using Astral Recall. This is why I wanted to kind of wait for my timer, because if I used Astral Recall, what would have happened if I would have hearthed to Orgrimmar last time I needed 2 times ago? I would have, couldn't use that the rest of the episode. Then, to get from Thunderbluff to Orgrimmar, I would have had to use Astral Recall, which would have put on a 15-minute timer. I don't think it's going to take us 15 minutes to turn in our quest in Undercity, but it might take us about 9, so this should work out well. That this should be back up, I think, by the time we finish up our business in Undercity with 2 quests to turn in, right? We have Seeping Corruption, which might be the end of the quest line, I don't know though, and Delivery to Andrin Gant, who is in the Mage Quarter, probably. Once we're done with this, we'll Astral Recall back to Orgrimmar. This is the Undercity Zeppelin. And then, I guess... I might, once we turn this in and once we turn all these quests in back in Azshara, so we'll portal back to Orgrimmar, fly to Azshara, turn these 4 quests. If there aren't any follow-ups for this, then I think we'll head up to Moonglade to turn in this quest. And then I might go to Feralas to turn in a threat in Feralas and Camp Mojache. And then maybe I will go down to Silithus if AV hasn't popped, which would be beautiful if it did around this time. But yeah, I want to get this stuff out of my bank, my bags, and all these letters. It's just a lot of stuff, you know? It's like too much stuff. Tablet, yeah. Anyway, a lot of exploration this episode, but we're good. We're working through it. So this experiment that I was talking about in my lab, you know, I've said this a lot. Not a lot, but I'm not like a full-time vegetarian or vegan, but I do often and intentionally make or purchase vegetarian food, especially, and sometimes vegan food. Like it's not for health benefits. It's just like to me, like an ethical thing. Like I don't love the idea of killing and eating animals. But I mean, I eat chicken, beef, seafood, whatever. I do eat all of it. I just, partially for ethical reasons and partially for environmental friendliness reasons, I try to not eat meat all the time. Like every meal doesn't have to have meat. I genuinely enjoy meat-free dishes, and I can make some good ones, and I can buy some good ones, and it's perfectly healthy. So, you know, I don't worry about the health ramifications of not having meat. It's fine. There's plenty of ways to get all the nutrition you need without eating meat. Obviously, you know, if you're doing drastic change to your diet, you might just want to talk to a dietitian, like a registered dietitian, before you do that. But anyway, so my point being is I choose a lot of vegetarian and vegan meals, but I still eat meat too. I'm not full-time. I honestly probably more even for the environmental things and ethical, but a little bit of both. I say this because recently I've been doing what would, I guess, be considered animal experimentation in my lab, which I don't love doing for a lot of reasons, but we're using worms, actually. They're like grub. They're called Galeria melanella. They're actually little like white grubs, maybe on 2 centimeters in length, 1 inch long, around that. And they're used for bait, for fishing. We buy them actually from a bait company, and they deliver them to us. They come in those little like blue plastic tubs, like air holes pop in the top. If you've ever gone fishing, you probably know what I'm talking about. And so what we do is we actually are trying to improve a model by which you could use these instead of using like mice or higher order animals for experiments. Because frankly, like especially for me, I don't love the idea of using like mice in experiments, because mice to me are a lot more, I don't want to say that worms don't matter, but mice are a little more intelligent, and I feel in a lot of ways it'd be harder to work with a mouse than it is with a worm. And it's also, for outside of the ethical concerns, using mice in experiments are a lot more expensive than using worms, and harder to handle, and there's a lot more safety protocols required, a lot more handling protocols when you are working with like a vertebrate animal like a mouse as opposed to a worm. So the thing with the worm model is it's existed for a long time, and these are models of infection, right? So you can infect a mouse with bacteria, or you can infect a worm with bacteria. You can monitor them over time and see how well they survive, or how they handle the bacteria, or how they handle treatments for the bacteria, like antibiotics. So it's been around for probably about 15 years, people have used these Galeria, these worms, as sort of a substitute for using mice. But when we look at me and my lab mates, when we look at the literature, we find that it's kind of weak. Like, the correlation between taking like a strain of bacteria and putting in mice and putting in worms, you don't necessarily see, like, if it would kill the mouse very quickly, it might not kill the worm very quickly, or vice versa. Like, it doesn't hold up well. And we were looking at it and trying to figure out why that is, and we want it to work because if we can get more people, if it's reliable, if there's a good correlation between what happens in a mouse model and what happens in a worm model, that's would help people being able to maybe use worms instead of mice, which I think from an ethical standpoint is progress. There's a good argument to be made that it's still using animals, and I think it's very fair to say either way you're potentially harming or maybe outright killing animals and putting them through undue stress. And that's true, I think, even in worms. I do think worms can sense pain and all that, right? But I would still argue that I would rather people use worms than mice. And, you know, the ultimate goal is using some sort of, like, computer-based simulation to instead of doing any real animal work. But we're not there yet, I don't think, in terms of replacing animal experimentation completely. But what we're trying to do in our lab is find ways to improve the worm model so that mice don't need to be used at all, or maybe as much. We're in Undercity, by the way. We're waiting for the elevator. There we go. Elevator boss does not kill us today. So the biggest thing we realized is that the worm model is very time sensitive. When you infect the worm, and we actually do this by using a very tiny needle that we've loaded with our bacteria. Where am I turning these quests in? I think I gotta go to Magic Quarter for one of them. Let's go up there, and then the Apothecarium for the other. Let's start with the Apothecarium, because I know the Seeping Corruption is Apothecarium, and then maybe the Mage guy's down there, but I'm pretty sure the Mage quest is up here, or the last quest's up there. So, we actually take a very tiny needle, very small circumference needle, and they're both here. Cool, that was convenient. I'm glad I came here first. Alright, returning our delivery to Andrew Gant Questin.
What is it?
Here, take some coin. Get yourself, Hick, some new armor or something. That'll bring a shiny gold or two to the right. Hick, people. He's very drunk.
Victory.
That's funny. And we infect them with a needle, right? And you do the same thing in bacteria. It's one of the models would be like an actual a needle to infect them with it, like an injection. All right, Chemist Cooley. Okay, wonderful. You're back before she died. Good, good. Let's get started on this then, shall we? I've been studying her symptoms for some time now, and it's quite ugly. I'm surprised she's still standing. She vomited 3 or 4 times all over the place. Quite a pleasant odor. Give me just a moment to put something together to test on our friend. This is terrible. I remember this quest. Oh no. This is awful. The job's done.
What now?
Give this to Thyrsa. Perhaps it will cure her, perhaps not. We really won't know until after she drinks it.
Beware. Our enemy is about.
I've come to Undercity because I heard their alchemists have been studying long and hard on how to find a cure for their own illness. It was suggested that perhaps they could help me too. Although this place makes me feel far from welcome, I had no choice. The sickness that found me is tearing me up inside, and I needed their help immediately. If you don't see where this is going, speaking of animal experimentation, this is completely coincidental. Chemist Cooley has been very accommodating, disturbingly so. But if he says this will help me, then I have no other choice. I don't have time to find any other solution. I've already spoken to priests and shamans, none of which could help me. Let us hope that the Earth Mother watches over my spirit.
May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Wait, what's happening? Uh-oh.
What is it?
I never dreamed the elixir would take hold that quickly. Thank you, Soupa. I'll get to work on the rest of these samples right away. I'm sure they'll be usable by the Lady Sylvanas and the Forsaken soon enough.
Watch your back.
Is that not the most messed up quest of all time?
What do you require?
And a batch of ooze. I'll grab this for now. I don't think I plan to go to Ungoro at the moment. Alright, let's portal out of here. Return to both our quests. We're going to go back to Orgrimmar, and then up to Azshara to turn in quests. I'm getting a little bit lost in my story, but the train of thought here is we'd rather people use things that are both cheaper and maybe a little more ethical, depending on your stance on things, such as worms than mice. And to do that, we're trying to improve the worm model, as we call it. And what we noticed was that the worm model is very sensitive to timing. So like if we infect 10 worms and we check them at 12 hours, they might all be alive. But if we check them at 13 hours, they might all be dead. And a lot of labs seem to not monitor them over time, which we realize is a mistake. And what ends up happening is they'll say, oh, it's a very dangerous, very deadly strain of bacteria because it killed everything at 15 hours. And then they'll say another strain was not deadly at all because nothing died at 15 hours. But if they looked at both those strains again at 16 hours, they would see even the less deadly strain killed everything at 16 hours. And so we're working on kind of like a mathematical model to account for the dose of bacteria as well as the timing of death to determine like a ranking of how deadly a bacterium are in this model. Excuse me. And then we're trying to correlate this to mouse data. Because there's a lot of data already available in terms of virulence or deadliness of bacteria in mice. I will say again, like I don't love using animals at all, and but I would much prefer using worms to using mice. But one thing I do that's really important to me is, I mean, in general, I try to run all my experiments very accurately, let's say. Like, I try to run them well, so I don't have to repeat them. Because it's just a waste. Like, obviously, we repeat almost all of our experiments at least a couple of times, just because we have to prove that it's reliable and consistent. But I don't ever try. But what I really want to avoid is having to repeat an experiment because I completely, like, botched the experiment. Like, if I run an experiment well and it's a good result or bad result, I'm going to repeat it anyway to see if that result is consistent. If I run the experiment and it's an uninterpretable result because I made a mistake with something I was doing, that's annoying because then I have to rerun it anyway, just to get initial data, and then I have to rerun it again to see if my data is consistent. I'm generally trying to avoid having that kind of an error anyway for any of my experiments, but especially when I'm handling a live animal like a worm, I really don't want worms. Like, I don't want to kill 10 worms for no reason. I want to make sure any data I collect is valuable, and so I don't have to kill more worms to collect the data. Like, I try and at least really, even though I know it's just a worm, I feel like maybe I'm spiritual in some way, but I feel like I have to, like, respect the worm enough to, if I'm going to use it, to at least make sure it's valuable and not a wasted effort, if that makes sense. I don't know. I take it pretty seriously, I guess, even though they're just worms. Like, I don't know. Alright, we're back in Azshara, by the way. We're in Valormok. Turning in Xylem's note. 3,800 experience. Andrin's payment. 3,800 experience. 3,800 experience. 3,800 experience. That's a lot of experience. That's a lot. That's nice. That's sick. That was worth the trip to Azshara in the last episode or two. Or this episode and last episode. I think that was well worth it. We're done, though. Like, as far as I know, there's no more quests in Azshara. There are some, like, kind of obscure ones, but that was the big bulk of them for the Horde, or these. There are other ones. There really are, but that's the bulk of them. Okay. So now we're going to go to the Rabine Saturna quest. This is a chain. We need to speak to someone in Moonglade, Rabine. So I'd say Rabine. How would you pronounce that name? Rabine? I think it's Rabine. Rabine Saturna. That's how I'd say. So we're going to go up there, grab that quest. Then I think we're making this crazy long flight down to Camp Mojache for 2 quests we're turning in. One's like an old quest that doesn't matter. It's like literally, I think we turn this in and we get like 50 experience. That's going to be it. The other one is a Diremaul quest line that we're not going to do now, but I might as well just get this done. Because on the way to Silithus, where I may see what we can do. I might brave it a little bit. It's a little early, but it might be fun. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if it makes sense. I'm wondering if I shouldn't just go to Ungoro. There's a few quests there we could do that are pretty reliable. It's probably safer, and it's a bit more level appropriate. Because when I look at, yeah, Silithus is more like a 55 plus zone. Ungoro is like 48 to 55, so we're like right in there where it should be pretty smooth sailing. I might still go to Silithus just to turn in a couple quests. Like, we do have, like, taking back Silithus. So we can at least, like, turn in that quest to get off our quest log. And I think Rabin's Eternal will have a quest that we can just turn in there. So we can at least, like, set up Cenarian Hold to be ready for us later. So in a few levels we could go down there, possibly. Yeah, I'm not super psyched on the idea of going there. Can I, like, land at Winterspring here? I, like, vaguely remember there being an engineering trainer here that has, like, a limited quantity recipe that I might want to buy. I don't know if that's true, but I want to stop in real fast. Take a little peek. There's a quest here. What's this? Oh yeah, duh. We haven't quested in Winterspring yet. There's gonna be a lot of quests here. I guess we could also quest in Winterspring.
Time is money, friend.
This is an alchemy recipe. I've got a character that I'm leveling alchemy on, like a mage I'm leveling to level 22. Might be worth grabbing that. Engineering supplies.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Here we go. Okay, that's cool. So I can grab this one, I can learn it. I need more skill for this, though. I need more skill for that, it's fine. Same for this. Same for that. Yeah, that's nice, though. Just grab those now, and not throw about them later. I always buy Coarse Blasting Powder when I see it. It's worth, like, several silver each, so I just always resell it. You know, it's like a silly thing. I guess I can learn this one now. Gyrofreeze Ice Reflector. Cool. That was easy. And then I want to go to the bank. There's just a vendor in here. I might repair real quick, though. Don't need to repair. Sell whatever junk we just got. Okay. Oh yeah, we don't want this mace either. Belgrim's Hammer. Does that look cool? Not really.
Keep it real.
Okay. And then while we're here, let's stop at the auction house. I like to check the neutral auction house from time to time. I very rarely find anything of interest, but it's kind of fun. Let's take a look. Edgemaster is 7,000 gold. Whew. That's something. Elixir of Poison Resistance, yeah, that's a lot. It's always like overpriced junk. It just feels like it's really overpriced on the neutral auction house. Like, consistently. Yeah. It's all junk. I really have no interest in any of this. I wouldn't mind a Thorium Spike, but I need someone to attach it anyway, so I'll just leave that as is. While I'm here, real quick, I want to hit the mailbox up. This is a little detour I didn't really mean to make here, but I, like, last second, I was like, oh, maybe... Oh, my magic resistance potion sold. That's cool. Like, the last second, I was like, well, maybe I'll stop here. Let's go to this bank. Send my Arthur's Tears over, and then my mineral bank. Use that. And then all these things, I guess I should probably put them in the... Oh, you know what I need to do? Sorry. This is going to go to... Soupy, who's my alchemist, and then this is going to go in my bank. All these recipes, until I take some time to finish skilling up engineering, I don't want to carry this around, you know, it's like kind of pointless.
Time is money, friend.
But it's nice to have them handy when I need
Keep it
them.
real.
So, okay. What does this guy got for me? Meggy Pepin Rocker.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, we might come back to Winterspring soon and level. It might not be too bad for us.
Hello.
Where do these quests take us to? Darrowshire. You Now I might grab that. That takes us to...
You
No.
need something?
Not yet. This one I might take.
See you around.
That's
What can I do for
Western
you?
Plaguelands quests. This is Eastern Plaguelands. I don't plan to go there yet.
For the Alliance.
Yeah, I think we're a little too low level for Eastern Plaguelands. Even maybe more so than we were too low level for Silithus. I'm kind of leaning towards Ungoro now. Like, I'm thinking about it. We should be able to hit 55 very easily with Ungoro quest. Maybe even 56, but definitely 55. I'm thinking that might be the way to go.
Blood and thunder.
Let's finish our trip to Moonglade. Next episode, I might do like a cheesy way to level up, with coin turn-ins for Zul'Gurub, and I'll show you this. That basically these coins are pretty cheap now, and every it's like 100 gold is like a level or something. It's really stupid how fast you can level with the ZG coins. And I've never used it, but people have told me about it, and so just for the sake of kind of seeing it, I sort of want to give myself like a half-level boost with those ZG coins. Like, I want to price it out and see how much it would cost, but I'm considering doing it just for the sake of like experiencing rapid leveling. At this point, when you're level 54, there's a lot of ways to level pretty fast. We can also pay people to boost us through Zul'Gurub. I don't love like the boosting meta that's occurred in Classic. I will admit I've done it a little bit on my mage. I said mentions like level 22 now, 23. I was trying to find a group for Ragefire Chasm, and someone was like, "Oh, I'm boosting people. Do you want to join for that?" And I was like, "Sure." And I got like probably like 3 levels in like 35 minutes. I mean, they're pretty low levels. It was like levels like 15 to 18, and then I did a Shadowfang Keep boost where I gained about a level in about 40 minutes, which wasn't really that fast. It was just like boosting is pretty fast, but I'm not convinced that it's that much faster. It's just easier. What it is basically you go to Shadowfang Keep like a 60 mage, and the mage just like pulls the entire instance and then kills all mobs in front of you, so you get all the experience. And then they reset the instance and do that. That's all it is. I find it pretty boring. I like leveling, so it's not like my favorite thing to do. But I wanted to try it a little bit on that other character. I was like, I'm just curious how fast you really level with it. And it's pretty fast, but not as insane as I thought. But the Zul'Gurub coin thing with this is actually really insane. Like, it's crazy how much you get out of it. You also get reputation with Zandalar tribe, which is useful, so it's kind of ridiculous. We are in Moonglade now, finally, and it's been a trip. This episode has been, like I said, traveling all over. Do I have my carrot on? Yeah, I do. Good. While we're running up here, I want to thank all my Patreon supporters, as always. I appreciate the support, and especially I appreciate the support from Luke D and Chris S, who, as the top tier supporters, get mentioned by name every episode. So thank you guys. Thank all of you. Shrine of Remulos we've discovered. I don't think I got any experience for that. It's kind of a bummer. We're going to hit up Rabin here just to get the following quests so we can go down to Silithus. Yeah. It's a lot of flying. I'm just wondering if this is like... I guess I do want to go to Ungoro anyway, so this probably makes sense. Also, I can never remember where Rabin is here, so we're going to be running around quite a bit. I should Farsight to find Rabin, but... Okay, not close enough to target yet. I think Rabin's down this way. Maybe? There's Rabin, right? Yeah. Rabin Saturna. Okay. Let's see what's going on here.
I am honored.
1400 experience. I'm Rabin. On the behalf of Keep Remulos and all the denizens of this sacred glade, I bid you welcome. I appreciate your interest and eagerness to assist the Cenarian Circle. The Tauren have shown an incredible propensity to the tenets of Cenarius, and by their proxy the Horde is welcomed within the safety of this glade. The preservation of Azeroth is a common goal we both share. We're among friends here, Supa. Okay. Speak with the Leo Starstrike near the Valor's Rest graveyard of Silithus. Okay.
May the stars guide you.
Okay. Let's portal down to Orgrimmar. I'm loving this Astral Recall right now, by the way. It's so nice. 15-minute cooldown on Hearthstone, basically. But let's go down to Orgrimmar. As I'll say, it was a little bit of a flight time. Let's kill our buddy here. Got him. I killed 70-pound mite fish. That's a chunk. I killed Gammon the other day on my druid, and he dropped a green item. He straight up dropped a green bind on equip item. I was like, what? That was awesome. I've killed him so many times, and I've never seen a green item drop, I don't think. It's like a direct flight, actually. That's nice. Ooh, 10 intellect. I would take Chris. They're both really good healing staffs, by the way. But I like that, even though you lose 3 intellect, he gets 45 mana, you gain 7 spirit. I like that, the Crescent Staff. And you also gain 1 stamina, so. I'm assuming that plus 3 intellect enchant would go to either of them, by the way, but. Alright. So, wait, what are you using them for? He's someone in my guild's farming up Essence of Water. What are you doing with him, though? I'm curious. Getting a heal set. Sick. What is this? Oh, it's the Everlook report that goes to, okay, Western Plaguelands. Yeah, let's do some Ungoro leveling, which is now I just realized I should have grabbed that Orgrimmar quest while I was there. The White Ravassaw. I would say Ravassaw. The White Ravassaur Claw quest. I should have grabbed that while I was there. I don't think there's an easy way. This is a direct flight to Feralas. There's no way for me to stop, I don't think. Like, there's no, like, intermediate flight point, I'm pretty sure. Unless it's here, but I don't feel like flying. Oh, maybe this is... We do land here. Okay. Well, too late now. I don't think it's worth... So what I'm trying to say is, I think what I'm going to do... Is Panda Cub down there? There he is. Look at the guy. Look at him run. I think what I'm going to do is go to Feralas, turn in quests, go to Silithus, turn in quests. And frankly, I might stop the episode here for today. And I already showed you the quest to give her up in Orgrimmar. I might go back there and get that quest off camera. Like, portal back to Org, grab the quest, then fly back to Ungoro and just log out there. Or log out, like, at Feralas so I get rested experience. I don't think there's any rested experience in Ungoro. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable plan. I don't know. I want that quest because it'd be nice to stack up some quests for Ungoro. I'm still holding on to this fetish quest of Hakar, the Temple of Atalakar. I don't think I'm going to use it though. We have a lot of quests. I'm trying to free up some quest space, but frankly, we should clear it up pretty soon with a few of these things. I threatened Feralas, taking back Silithus, Wasteland, all those we should be able to empty out pretty easily. Yeah, that looks nice. I'm getting hungry. That's one problem. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh, I'm getting a little bit hungry. It might be time for breakfast. I ordered a pizza 2 nights ago from a local place, and I really like. There's a lot of pizzas I like. I generally prefer thin crust. What I really like though is I like plain cheese pizza. Like just cheese, great. If I want meat on my pizza, I'll get pepperoni. I like that. But what I really like a lot, it depends on the pizza place, is like jalapenos or maybe pepperoncinis, but like jalapenos and pineapple. I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm one of those people. I only like pineapple though if I have peppers with it. Like I really like the sweet of like a pineapple with like the spice of like jalapenos, which aren't that spicy, but like at least a little bit. Pepperoncinis also work. I love that combination on pizza. So I got an extra large, which is like a 20. I think it was like a 24, 23 inch thin crust pineapple, and this place doesn't have jalapenos, but they have pepperoncinis. My wife did not want any, so it was all for me. And I'm still eating it. Like, I've had 3 meals of... How many meals have I had? I had it for dinner Friday night, breakfast Saturday morning, lunch on Saturday. No, dinner Saturday, not for lunch. I had 3 meals of it so far. I still probably have at least 2 more meals left. And I'm eating other stuff with, like, I'm having it with, like, I had some grapes on the side, and then I had, like, this, like, cucumber salad. So I've had some other stuff with it, like a yogurt. But it's been a pizza weekend for me. It's been good. It's been nommy nom nom nom. I liked it. But one problem with it is that it doesn't... I like cold pizza, like, after... Like, I'll eat it hot. Like, it's great when it's fresh, it's hot, you know? But then I really like a lot of pizzas cold. Like, some pizzas are very good cold. For some reason, this place, every time we get cold I eat cold pizza, like, afterwards, it's been in the fridge for a day, it's, like, kind of soggy. Like, it doesn't hold up well. And so, there is, like, it's when you have vegetables on it. We found that if, like, you get, like, a pepperoni pizza from them, perfectly fine. Plain cheese, perfectly fine. But you get, like, peppers or pineapple, and it must, like, the water from the vegetables must, like, seep out a little bit, because it ends up being just kind of, like, squishy. And it's, like, not really good. Like, the texture's off. It tastes fine, but the texture's off. So we've been... I've gotten the habit of, like, toasting it. Like, I throw it in a toaster oven for about 5 minutes, like 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and it helps so much. It's much better. It's not cold, of course, which I do like usually, but it is at least not soggy, you know? It's much better. Got someone fishing over here.
What be happening?
Alright, we're turning in 1 quest here at Tallow.
Hail.
Cat Mojache. Path into Dire Maul. Bring the Thendris' Web. Okay.
Why?
What are these other quests? Dark Heart? Did I forget all these quests? I must have missed it. We were questing here. I must have missed these quest givers.
Go in.
It's all harpy killing
How may I
quests.
aid you?
Huh.
Be careful.
I might come back and do these, actually. Like, frankly, those are decent quests. Good experience, and they're not that complicated. It might be worth just doing those. And then this is... Rock or... What is this? This is another Dire Maul quest.
The winds guide you.
Huh, yeah, I got some Dire Maul
We
quests.
shall meet.
Who is this quest? Where is this quest giver? Rock Orhan in Camp Mojache. I don't know why this isn't showing up on the map. I don't know who this is. Maybe they're farther over this way. I'm having trouble finding this person. Rock Orhan. Classic. The location of this NPC is unknown. What? Does that even make sense? How does Wowhead not know where this is? That seems unreliable. So she patrols, it looks like, maybe? I'm frankly a little confused. Oh, there we go. Yep. Patrolling. Okay, found her. There's like no point. This goes like 50 experience. 90 experience. Oh. There's a quest here. Did I grab this quest? I didn't mean to grab that. The Ogres of Feralas. Huh. Do I want this quest? Not really. It's like not even going to give us experience anymore. Okay. So now, so a couple Dire Maul quests here, but those quests that this guy has over here, I might grab those at some point soon. I might come back to Feralas actually and do a little bit of leveling and then go to... I got this. So we might go to Feralas, do those 2 or 3 quests, like 3 quests, then you go to Ungoro. I sort of like this plan. Yeah, I like that plan. I think so. There's a really streamlined, like this game has been solved in a lot of ways, I would say, where there's really a very clear way to level for most characters. It's the most efficient way. It's like, there's deviations to it, but like, if you look at power levelers, like they, or like world first levelers or whatever people, they have a route they can run. It's like well defined. There's certain things you can do. It's fairly obvious at this point that I am not like that. Like I sort of go with what sounds good to me. Like I have a pretty good sense of like the level appropriate zones and dungeons. Like I know I have a sense of all that, but I obviously don't like min-max it like by any means. Like I do a lot of flying around, a lot of running around. I very rarely grind on mobs. I pretty much exclusively do quests. Frankly, I think sometimes just like grinding on mobs is more efficient. But I prefer to just quest. I like questing more. It gives me a little more of a goal, and sometimes I'll like if I read the quest, it's pretty nice because it's kind of a cool little area, like flying over Feralas this way. But if I read the quest, it's kind of some cool story. I've read the vast majority of these and remember a lot of them, at least vaguely. So I'm not like in a huge I'm not hugely motivated to read every word for word anymore. You'll find some quests I read out loud and some I don't. It just depends. Okay, we're coming to Cenarian Hold. We'll have at least 1 quest to turn in here. 2. Cenarian Hold. Wasteland. No, Wasteland's up northeast. So maybe just taking back Silithus is the only one. Yeah, let's do taking back Silithus real fast, and then we'll go... What is this?
Great to meet ya.
The Twilight Mystery. 8 Twilight Tablet Fragments. We can do that pretty easy later. I'm not yet. I'm gonna do it some other day. I'm always scared being out here. Alright. Taking back Silithus. 2800 experience. Kill Dredge Stalkers. I mean, that's not hard to do. We could do that. Death Clasp. We'll need help for Death Clasp. There's a quest up there too. So I'll take a quick peek at this quest. See, I can't remember exactly what it is. I think it's like a remedy we need for this person that's like sick over here.
Interesting.
Yeah, Scorpion Stingers. Okay. There's some good quests we could do here. Like, they're not too bad. But I'm not doing those today. Not yet. I think let's do Feralas, Ungoro, come back here. I think that's perfectly reasonable. It'd be a nice change of pace because I tend to level in the Plaguelands when I hit 55. I tend to do like Western Plaguelands, Eastern Plaguelands. And there's nothing wrong with those. Like, I like them. But honestly, it might be more fun to do like the Feralas, Ungoro, Silithus triad. I'm actually kind of high level for Feralas, frankly. Like, I'm surprised there's any quests left for me there. They're probably going to be green, but I'll still do them because I didn't know they were there. They look like they're going to be pretty easy quests to do. They might be enough to get us up to 55 before we go to Ungoro. Which, to be honest, almost outlevels us from Ungoro, but not quite. There's a lot of good stuff we can do there. My queue's going to pop like any second, probably, and I'm too hungry to play anymore. Like, I want to go get breakfast, so even if it pops, I'm going to have to decline. Did I just, like, not finish that vein? Oh well. I swear I do that more than I mean to. Yeah, these mobs, you know, they're a little high level for us, but they're not insane. Like 55, 56. Yeah, we get like 1 more level on us, this will be pretty chill. We're running over here because Leo Starstrike is near Valor's Rest Graveyard. It's like up here. So we're going to do this, and this will eventually send us down to Southwind Village. We'll eventually head down there for this quest line. So, you know, it's all Silithus stuff. We'll grab the quest from him to follow up just so we have it, so we don't have to run back up here again. This is kind of a no man's land. Like, once we get the flight point here, I never take this run from Ungoro anymore. Like, I don't... Why would I, right? So let's talk to Leo, who should be right here. If I remember right. Yep, there he is. A little over to the side. I think there's also like a leather working pattern here that's like a timed pattern.
My goods are of the
I don't see it.
highest
Maybe I'm wrong. I thought there was like a limited quantity one here.
What brings you?
Alright, Wasteland. 2800 experience. Free the spirits of 8 tortured druids and 8 tortured sentinels. Yep, Southwind Village. Okay. Let's, so I'm going to go back to Orgrimmar, because I want to grab the Ungoro quest we missed up there, the Ravasar Claws quest. And then we'll fly back to Feralas quests, Ungoro quests. That'll be the next 2 to 3 episodes, probably 3 episodes. Oh look, Gamen's up. Not anymore. Ooh, some linen. You know what I'm going to do? Let's grab the quest while I'm on camera still. So I really like to show everything I do. There's very little, outside of a little bit of auction house stuff or bag cleanup stuff that we do, or maybe some travel that I do off camera. Almost, I would say 98% of this character's playtime has been recorded. Slash played. What is my slash played now? 6 days, 3 hours, 30 minutes. So 6 days, 3.5 hours. I bet we're 60 by 9 days played. Is my kind of current estimate. It might be 8 days. It depends how much cheese I do. If I like boost with some ZG stuff or anything. I'm frankly quite excited to get this guy in a Molten Core, which should be pretty easy. There's a lot of pickup groups for that. Plus my guild runs it, and a lot of people don't need loot, so this guy's going to get stacked real fast, which I'm excited about. But yeah, we'll see. Alright.
Relax.
Bone-bladed weapons. 8 white Ravasar claws.
You be careful.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to fly back to Feralas, and I'll log out there and get rested experience, and we'll start next time doing those 3 quests we kind of stumbled upon. Anyway, that is all for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.